Hey guys, we're here for our next session. We have Austin from ETH Build, Burner Wallet, and Ethereum. Can you confirm in the chat that you can hear him?
Hey everybody, can you hear me? Bop, bop, bop. Happy Bow Tie Friday. Yep. All right, I'm seeing some yeps. Think we're good. All right, rad. So I missed the session before me. I was sitting in the green room, but I've been watching. This has been cool. Welcome everybody. I think I'm just supposed to start. So I think we're just gonna kind of jam around on some ETH build. What we're talking about here, +1 for Bow Tie Fridays, is just a little Web3 prototyping. Kind of once you have an idea about what you want to build, or you know a contract, you kind of want to poke around at it. So we'll just kind of play around. First, I'll just introduce ETH build, and then we'll kind of play around a little bit. So I'm gonna kick my video off. Cool. I'm hoping that if I zoom in enough and I take it kind of slow, we can kind of see ETH build here, and it doesn't, hopefully my video streaming holds up. Okay, so this is ETH build. It's kind of like a very visceral, hands-on prototyping language for Web3. So you can bring in things like networks with IPFS and storage, and even just your programming, right? So you have control functions and math and utilities. It just the idea of money Legos, the idea of composability, the idea of this permissionless extensibility really kind of comes together for me when we can start messing around with building blocks. So you can start, if you want to go hard mode, you can kind of start with a private key, and you know that derives some kind of public address, right? And that's cool, and that's all you need to participate on the Ethereum network. But you probably can maybe bring in MetaMask. Let's see if I can pull that in here, just so we can go easy mode. Maybe you want to bring in your MetaMask and unlock it, but we'll just keep with the key pair just for a second, just to go through it. So I can generate a key pair, right? I can generate a public address, but what can we do with the key pair, right? Well, we know that we can encrypt and decrypt. And that's cool if we want to send a message, right? So you can decrypt a message with anybody's public key, and you can encrypt a message with anybody's public key, and they can decrypt it with their private key. But that's less as cool for us as sign and recover, right? With sign and recover, we can create something like a message, right? Let's just do it real quick. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna put my private key in here. I'm gonna put in some text. That'll be hello world. And we are going to sign that. So we've got this message that comes across and this signature, right? So now I can publish that across, some network, right? This could go across a public network, whatever. Anybody could have the ability to try to tamper with it, and they wouldn't, because at the end, if some end user plugs this message and this signature in, you should get that address that signed the message, right? So what can we do with this? Cool. What if we think about this as signing messages for transactions, right? So as you get into the ETH build curriculum, we go through, what a transaction is, how a distributed ledger works. There's a cool episode where there's the Byzantine generals, and I'm just gonna load it up because it looks cool, just because, it's cool, Friday afternoon rap session, we're checking out soldiers. So you can see this soldier here is just working super hard on trying to figure out how to find a nonce with leading zeros so General Bob can tell everybody to attack at dawn. Pretty fun stuff. But basically it's teaching you kind of, Byzantine generals, consensus. You kind of go through this whole curriculum, and you'll get to smart contracts, and we'll start bringing in, we're kind of at this point right now where it's time to sort of bring in some of the money Legos and start playing around. And I'm gonna do that just for, a few minutes here. We'll bring in Uniswap, and we will kind of just play around with, maybe let's bring in my MetaMask. Let's just do this live. I hope this works. So, and then we'll go back to prototyping in a second, just to see. So let's say, what do I want to do? I want to swap what do I do here? Okay, so this is my address. My MetaMask is unlocked. Yep, okay, cool. And I have some balance, I'm sure, I hope. Okay, and what we can do is just leave that on a timer. Let's see. Nope, this is not. Let's see if this is working. Let me see if I'm on the right network. Okay, no. Prototyping. We're taking a 180 here. We're deleting it. Prototyping. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so talking WETH, right? Let's say that I heard about this contract where they're wrapping Ether. This is like old school. They're wrapping Ether and turning it into a token, right? So when I'm thinking about this project, I'm like, oh, there's this new smart contract. What do I do? The first thing I do is usually jump into Etherscan, right? And I go look at the code of this thing, and I say, what's this contract all about? How do I kind of like see how this works? And with this contract, you quickly see that there's like a deposit function, and all they're doing is wrapping Ethereum into the ERC20 token standard, so it can be used with like transfer froms and approves and stuff like that. So let's see. Let's look at the contract. And what I usually do next is I say, okay, I've got this ABI, right? Over into ETH build. Oops, get out of here. I don't want to list. I'm going to put that ABI in as a text box. And then I'm going to parse that ABI. So I'm going to parse the JSON into an object. That's the object. But what I want to do is plug it into a contract box. And this guy's just waiting for an ABI. It's like, hey, man, hook me up. Bam, you drop an ABI in there and you've got all the functions for that contract, right? So if we were going to talk to the contract on the mainnet, we'd want to know this guy's address. But this is prototyping in Web3. It's exciting because all of this stuff is just available for us to go poke at, right? We can kind of just like wire this stuff up and play around with it. Oh, screen too small. I just saw it in chat a little bit. How about that? Whoa, it's probably too big. Sorry, guys. And some of this is so crazy sometimes putting this, oh, screen's too small because my big face is here. I'm sorry. Here we go. Boom. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we've got this WETH contract. And we plugged it in. We kind of looked at it. We saw money. Somehow it's got $15,000 in it. And we kind of poked around. We plugged the ABI into a JSON parser, and then our contract showed up. So let me just show you that again, just because it's fun to see the ABI get parsed. So let me drop that again, just for fun. Boom! Isn't that fun? Come on. Okay. So if we wanted to swap some WETH, some ETH for WETH, right? I would bring in my MetaMask. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit the space bar and type MetaMasks because it's easier. Make sure that old boy's unlocked. And that's me. Okay, so what I wanna do is I wanna send a transaction using MetaMask, okay, that swaps some of my ETH for DAI in like 3 minutes. Okay, so let's see, what do we got? So we can see, oh wait, let's check our balance first, right? Kind of like test that things are even working. So there's a balance of function here, and we've got our address. Let's see if I have any WETH already. I do, look at that. Oh, and look at that, this thing will clean it up for us. Look at that, I have 0.7 WETH in this account already, and I wanna swap some more, right? Okay, so what I wanna do is send a transaction to, what do I wanna do? I wanna deposit. Oh, what is this? It's a function, but it's not a function you call. What's coming out of here? Oh, it tried to go to Gwei. That's nice. What it is a hex string, right? And that is the hex of deposit. So or the hash of deposit. So if I were to take some text and type in, I think this probably is going to work. Maybe. Let's see. If I put that in and then get the hash out of it. Oh, look at those line up. See those first 6 characters? So what it is it's the hash of the name of the function. And so that's what I'm going to plug into my data field of my transaction. So then I can set this up to call the deposit function, and the address I'm going to send this transaction to is the WETH contract. Now I'm going to need to send some value. So let's send a whole ETH. Do I even have one? We'll find out. Oh, it needs to go two-way. Right. Okay, I think I've almost got it. I'm not gonna mess with gas limit or, oh no. Oh no, and there's no undo button. Okay, let's see. So, I'm sorry, I gotta patch this up. That was the send function. Here we go, quick, fast mode. Let's see, we hooked button up, we went to this contract. We had the value of 1. We had the data of this cool hex string, so we can see it. Very cool. All right, can I send this as a transaction? Oh, look at that, I can. Please work first try. We're on the main Ethereum network. I'm sending 1 ETH to a random place. Go, go, go. Oh man, who knows what kind of like gas that thing used or what kind of gas limit that thing used. We definitely should have set that here. Oh, I should speed that up. Okay, so for later practices, if you try this at home, gas price, you could basically set fast and get that and go to Gwei. Right, and then you could set a limit and put that in. I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay, so now this is kind of like what I use to prototype and I poke at contracts. So I basically got sort of I have an understanding of how, let me bring my video back. There we go, so we have a moment. Okay, so I have an understanding now kind of like how my contract works. I can see it on Etherscan. I can see people poking at it. I can get on here, I can get the code, I can get the ABI. What's cool is when like many contracts are talking to each other, and you guys will have lots of great speakers today that will talk about much more complicated things like doing a whole bunch of these transactions in one atomic transaction. Very fun stuff. We'll get to that eventually, but for me, I'm kind of covering the fundamentals right now. So you've got your contract, you've poked at it, you've kind of figured out the functionality. This address and this ABI, those are basically the artifacts you need to write some code around this thing. So for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to dive onto a second piece of prototyping, and that's Scaffold ETH. So this is just a repo that I've been working on, and I released it basically this morning. It's just what I'm trying to get is a stack for someone to quickly pick up and be able to hack on a contract and prototype an idea without having to install all the stuff, all the things. Okay, so let me kick my video off again. Looking good. All right, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in, so Scaffold ETH is basically just a repo that is a yarn. Let me see, can I make that a little bit bigger? Oh yeah. So I'm gonna bring in, oh, rad new dApp is already there. No, it's not. Boom, later rad new dApp. I shouldn't have done that. Let's see here. No, we're good. Here we go. Git clone rad new dApp. Okay, so all you do is you pull down the repo. So you have to have Node.js 10, Yarn, and Git. They're all right there. The links are easy. I've run through this on both Windows and Mac a few times. We've got our repo. We've got our rad new dApp. Okay, so we CD into our dApp and we yarn install. Now, this is gonna take some time, right? Because it's gotta bring in a whole bunch of packages, and I'm streaming over the internet, and oh man, okay. Oh wait, is there a link to Scaffold? I see someone post it. Let me make sure I post it. I'm just gonna post it in the chat. Pop. Oh wait. Oh, I already sent that message. Cool. It's at the top, I guess. I don't know. The ETH build and Scaffold ETH are the two things we're working on. Okay, so we are yarn installing here, and oh gosh, what did I just do? Okay, let's go. Yarn install. We've got this thing installing. So let's take a second to look at what comes in when we pull this repo down. The file system, basically. Cool. Okay, so here it is. Boy, this is, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Can you do that? I'm sorry, I cannot zoom in. I wish I could make that. Let's see. But basically, I'll just tell you, there's 3 main repos. Oh man, this may not, I should have probably maybe not deleted that guy. Woo-wee. So we have 3 main repos. You guys like doing this live? We have 3 main repos, packages in here. We have Bidler. If you haven't used Bidler yet, it's really awesome. It's bidler.dev, and it does smart contract orchestration, compiling, and deploying. But the key thing is the Bidler EVM lets us debug. Okay, so we are ready. We are installed. Now let's do a yarn start. And that should hopefully bring up a React. So we did these 3 things. Now we're doing, oh, here it comes. Here it comes, everybody. Now we're doing this yarn start. Okay, so let's bring these in right now. So these artifacts that we have our ABI and our address. Those are going to come in this contracts folder. Here we have basically the Uniswap and other. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Let's turn that off. Uniswap and other ABIs here, but you'll just bring in, say you want to work with WETH, you just drop them in there and load them up in your front end. And there's going to be a contract loader that loads everything for you. So it's pretty simple. So file structure, sorry, let's dive into this thing. We've got the Bidler package and a create React app, and then those contracts that came from WETH, right? So inside of Bidler, we have our contract. Here is our smart contract right here. Okay, and what's neat here is, check it out, we got some console logs. What, homie, console logs? That's right, in a smart contract. Here we go. This is from the Bidler guys. They put it together, put some good stuff together. Then I've got my app.js, so this is my front end. And I even have a component for basically what this smart contract wallet is, right? Well, I'm just calling this a smart contract wallet, so it's misspelled. And so your goal is to get in here and fix that error, right? There's this nice Austin's a clown thing, and you should get in and fix it. Okay, so bidler.dev. Oh, here, I'm sorry, I'm saying it. It's like Biddle, like B-U-I-D. There we go, someone got it. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so we're still waiting for our dev server to start up. We've got our contract ready to go. Okay, there we go, firing up. Our ETH app is firing up. Sweet, okay, so we have basically our dApp set up, but, and I want to log out. I don't want to be logged in with MetaMask. Here we go. Okay, cool. So first thing we're going to do is yarn run chain. So we're going to fire, what do I got? I got 4 minutes left, 4 minutes. We're going to do a yarn run chain. So this is kind of like Ganache, if you've used that. Basically, this is their EVM, the Bidler EVM that comes up. Bidler, maybe I'm saying it wrong. Bidler, sorry. The Bidler EVM basically gives us a blockchain and gives us accounts that we can talk to the chain with and deploy contracts to, but it also gives us console log and stack traces. So we get a lot more out of that than just a blockchain. Okay, so now we've started our chain. So the next thing is yarn run deploy. All right, so I'm gonna bring up another terminal, our third terminal. So first terminal is the web server, second terminal is the blockchain, third terminal is going to be us compiling and deploying this smart contract right here. So that will be this next step. Let's see how we doing on time. Doing good. Anybody, I mean, shoot the questions into the chat as you have them also. The goal here is being a really, really easy access point for someone who knows development, but doesn't maybe necessarily know Ethereum development and wants to be like, just poke around for a weekend, right? Okay, our contract just compiled. It just deployed to our blockchain. Now our front end is hot reloading. Here comes our app, hot tamales. Give us a smart contract wallet. There it is, but it's a smart contract wallet. Darn it. Okay, so watch this. So now I'm gonna do yarn run watch. And I want this thing to just be on autopilot. I want it to be just watching my moves on this contract. And I'm just gonna say smart contract wallet and hit save. And while we're here, while we're waiting, we can kind of look and see that the require statement that's keeping someone from updating the owner has been commented out. We should probably have tests in our test directory to make sure that doesn't happen, but we don't care right now because we're just testing stuff live locally, right? Here goes the deploy. Here we go. We're going to have a hot reload with the new contract. We're going to see, there we go. So we got a new contract and it's a smart contract wallet now. Hot tamales. Okay, what do we got left on the list? So what you can do is you'll get a burner address. If I open this up in a incognito window, I'm going to see a different address in the top right. So every session basically has their own address. So I'm just going to grab my session address and send it a little test ETH. There we go. He should get like 0.01 test ETH or something like that. Yep. Okay, now what he can do is he can click, and he can deposit into that smart contract. Okay, cool. Now we've checked that off. Oh, let's set the owner of the contract to us now that we know that it's broken, right? Oh, wait, I hit copy a bunch of times. All right, let's go make that. Yeah, we just set the owner to us. So we just took over the smart contract and withdrew the funds hot tamale, fun time had by all. So this is available, Scaffold ETH, and there's a huge explanation and this really cool Bow Tie Friday speed run I just put up that's like, looks like mediocre blogger style. Love it, love it. Tons of good documentation here, but really this thing is just getting started. I'm trying to just get some feedback, get some other people using it. Really what we want is just tools in the ecosystem that are focused on the developer having a good experience, not just getting the job done. Okay, let me kick back to video here and we can kind of like maybe open up for questions or something. Who else, who's got something? What do you got? What do you got? All right, downtime, we got downtime. Here's what we're gonna do. I got, just today, I deployed, if you guys have heard of the Burner wallet, it's like a fast web wallet. I deployed a fix or a patch to the old version that allows us to share links again. So I'm gonna share some nickels with everybody. So if you have your phone ready and you shoot that code, hopefully, wait, can you see? It's probably not even big enough. Let's see. Oh, there's 5 questions in the questions list. Thank you. I will get to that real soon. Okay, cool. So there's 5 cents for someone if you want it while we're here. Oh, show console log working. Of course. Let's see. Let me kick back out of this. Here we go. We got our chain over here. I'm gonna zoom way in. This is so gorgeous, you guys. You got to see it. Okay, where do we, first of all, let's see in our contract where we have a console. Oh, for someone to deposit, right? Okay, so if someone deposits it, we're gonna see, of course I should have demoed the console log. What am I doing? Okay, here we go, there's a deposit, Look at this console log right here. How cool is that? Oh, you guys see that? So it's basically like my account just deposited. So I can pass in, so if you look at that here, I'm actually passing in variables. See that? Isn't that so gorgeous? So I can do such cool debugging. Okay, yeah, no, she let me know about the question list. This is my fault. I knew exactly these questions were here. This is okay. Let me just pick a question. Let me get back to video too. Cool. Thanks for the hint on using console log. Goodness, I would have hated to forget that. Okay, so let's see. What future DeFi cases are you most optimistic about? I always like to say that I'm kind of like this low-level guy. I don't have like this geopolitical understanding of the world. I'm just like a lowly builder. So for me, like the most fun parts of DeFi is like the composability and the permissionless extensibility and the things that we can build on top of the things. So for me, the most fun part about this is the fact that like all these people are coming out of nowhere and building these really cool things that like are creating new financial mechanisms. And so it's over my head. And so I would say that like the things that I'm optimistic about are probably not like huge picture stuff, but they're more like, I'm really excited about what the landscape is going to look like after a wave of people come in and build new tools and everybody is standing on everybody else's shoulders. Is Buter? Yes, I'm sure he does. I think the Ethereum Foundation helps out Biddler, so I'm sure they are aware of each other. What kind of Q&A support is available for ETH-Build? Oh, that's good. So yeah, I try to be around. Hit me up on the socials. Let's see, can I put in at, let's see if I can do this. Yeah, that's me on the socials, so hit me up anytime. That's probably the best place to get started. But eventually, a lot of these things, like these things within Scaffold ETH, they have better support. Like Biddler has great support. Go to their support, right? And I use Create ETH app from Paul from Sablier, so he can help us like kind of with these templates too. But overall, yeah, I definitely need to get better with supporting my tools. Like I said, deploying an old version of the burner wall. There's a lot of old tools laying around that a lot of us have worked on and seen get old and need to do a better job of keeping up with. ETH Build is just one I hope I can keep up with, and hit me up. Like you can post issues or just hit me up on the socials. Let's see what else we got. Okay, is it standing up a local Ganache node? No, Biddler is running its own EVM. they run their own EVM, and that allows them to do all the stack tracy console log stuff, right? Like the problem with making a great tool is you had to build the EVM yourself to make a great tool, and no one went through the work to do it until now. And so we're at a cool critical inflection point where people are at the point of making great tools, and so our lives as developers, as builders, as creators are going to get better in Ethereum. Have you announced the tool? Yeah, I don't know. I think I sort of announced ETH build a little bit. Like, it's weird because of like what channels, like we're all decentralized and it's all over the place. So like, I guess I've announced ETH build and I guess people kind of know about it, but like the video views, let's see, let me find, I have this cool link of, let's see, the ETH build, ETH.build playlist. Is that what it's called? Oh yeah, right here. I want to post this into the chat. So this is a cool list if you have someone who's thinking about getting in or wants to learn a little bit about Ethereum in our world. This is like a whole playlist where I start with hash functions, key pair, sending and receiving value. And then you've already seen the scaffold ETH. I think once you've gotten through that, you can kind of poke around. Then, oh, let's send some more XDAI too. I think I got most of the questions asked about this. Let's get a couple more. We got 5 random minutes. What else can we? Let's see. What's cool on here? Can I poke around in anything neat here? Ooh, I think there's like a meta transactions one. I don't even know. Here be dragons. It's crazy because when you get into one of these, it looks so, it's like, I don't even know what's going on. They're so confusing. But when you see them built sort of, or build them yourselves, there's a lot more, like you kind of understand it. And so I need to get better at just making these things more easy to understand. And there's modules. I mean, like if you, here, let me select all and delete. If I grab my wallet, I know it's small right now. Hey, we got Rick Burton in the chat. Where you at, man? Who's you? Dude, I need some Padawans. I'm still a Padawan myself, man. I too am the grasshopper. So check this out. So we got this wallet module, and what this actually is if I double click into this, it's like a whole thing, right? And it's got inputs and outputs. So I do have modules, and there are ways to kind of make this look a little bit easier, but I'm still working on it. Okay, let's see what else is cool. Anybody have any more questions? What else can I shill? So let's see. We've got scaffold ETH. We poked around. I mean, like, just go to ethereum.org/developers, right? If you're interested in all sorts of different weird different, like if you're into Java or you're one of those Rust guys, you know who you are. They've got all the links for you there. I'm gonna send. You guys forced me to just send out some more meta transaction links. All right, sending out $1. It's happening. Boom, 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 boom. How is Burner Wallet doing? So Burner Wallet, I would say that that's a good thing. I would look up like the Burner factory. So I couldn't really like get the Burner Wallet funded at all. Like no one really, like it was cool and we used it, but no one was like, I want to pay to keep this thing going. So it kind of has maintained basically what it was. Like it's still the same Burner Wallet. Anybody steal this money? Let's see if I copy it and go. No, I'm not gonna do it. Someone should take it. If let's see, the Burner Wallet has sort of frozen. My version has sort of frozen. But then we started about this time last year something called the Burner Wallet Collective, which is a bunch of people in a Telegram group excited about it. And really, I think David Myhall has taken over the Burner Wallet brand and really done something. Look, you don't even have to send. You're sending me here. I'm just going to take this dude's address and send it to him. Here we go. I don't know who you are, but I'm sending you $1, and then I'm going to send you a collectible, some random collectible in my wallet. But David Myhall is running the Burner Factory. I think it's burnerfactory.com, right? And it's like, it's set up so it allows you to deploy tokens, generate, like build your own static Burner wallet and deploy it either to his website or yours. So check out the Burner Collective, check out the Burner Factory, but it's definitely a decentralized effort. I think we're wrapping up. Oh, let me send this dude this, ooh la la, meta transactions from ETHCC 2 years ago, a year ago, I don't know. Rad. Rad. Well, thank you guys for playing along today. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Check out ETH Build and Scaffold ETH, if that's what it continues to be named. You did get X1X die, and you got a cool collectible. Okay, thank you, everybody. I can probably just...
All right, cool. So I will kill everything. I'll pour everyone over. Thanks so much. This is great.
Happy bow tie